So welcome back class 6th, and today we are going to understand the properties of integers, like sorry, actually not integers, whole numbers. I was mistaken. Properties of whole numbers. Okay, let us try to understand one by one that what are the properties and how we will remember that, how we will that keep in our mind, and how it will help us, in which manner it will help us. Look, several properties are there, like closure, commutative, associative, this kind of property, additive identity, multiplicative identity. But first with the basic property is closure property. And if you will ask me, sir, what is the statement, so I must say that the statement depends on the operation, under which operation you are studying this. Like we can see here I have written closure property. In short, I can write here the same. Now what do I mean by writing the same? Let us try to understand with help of this. Here I have written closure property under the operation of addition, and it says if a and b are integers, like 2 and 3, they are integers, so then we are reading it under the operation of addition, then a plus b is also an whole number. Sorry, if a and b are whole numbers, then a plus b is also a whole number. This is the statement of property. Now let us check. For example, we have taken a equals to 2 and b equals to 3. Let us apply. What we are going to do, we are adding 2 and 3. This is going to give 5. It means 5 is also an integer, isn't it? 5 is also a whole number. So now you can think about any two integers, like I am thinking about 1 and any whole number 1 and 3. If I will find out the sum, it is going to give 5. Again you can see if a and b are whole number, then their addition is also going to give whole number. Getting or not? So this we have seen that this property, the whole number satisfies this property. So in short, we can write here whole numbers are closed means they follows closure property under what is the operation? Addition. Under addition. So this may be asked in the form of true and false. Getting or not? Okay. Now second, what we have to do, we have to check the same thing for the operation of subtraction. As you know, there are 4 basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So now in the second part, we will be checking it for the operation of subtraction. Let's see. Till then, what do you think, that will it follow or not? Let us check. Suppose a I have taken as 3 and b I have taken as 2. I am checking it under the operation of subtraction, so let me try a minus b. This will be 3 minus 2. This is 1. So our observation says that if a and b are integers, then a minus b is if a and b are whole numbers, then a minus b is also whole number. It means whole numbers are closed under subtraction. Okay, are you sure? Let us take one more example. Let a equals to 2 and b equals to 3. Now check a minus b. This will be equals to 2 minus 3, and this is going to give minus 1. Now tell me whether when 2 and 3, a and b are integers, tell me their subtraction is also integer or not? What is your answer? Yes sir, this is not an integer. Getting or not? This is not an integer. So by this we can say whole numbers are not closed under the operation of subtraction. Understood? Is there at least one case which does not satisfy the statement, then in general we say that it does not follows. Understood? So here I am writing under the operation of subtraction, This will be second part under the operation of subtraction. If A and B are integers, again whole numbers. If A and B are whole numbers, then A minus B is need not, or we should write, if A and B are whole numbers, then A minus B is not let us write it simply, then A minus B is not always a whole number. Understood? A whole number. So this is our statement. What we are saying, that if A and B are whole numbers, then A minus B is not always a whole number. Understood? So here what we have done, we have written if A and B are whole numbers, then A minus B is not always a whole number. It may be or may not be. So example, we have chosen to show that it is not a whole number. If I will take A equals to 2, B equals to 3, then A minus B will be equals to 2 minus 3, that is minus 1, and you know minus 1 is not a whole number, so A minus B is not a whole number. So simply we can write here that whole numbers are not closed under which operation? Under subtraction. Understood? Under subtraction. Okay. Now what is your work? You will check it as like now in the next you will write down there that under the operation of multiplication, if A and B are whole numbers, then A into B is, after that you have to check that whether their multiplication is a whole number or not, and then with help of example you will make understood, that you will do yourself. Similarly, you will take the same property with under the operation of division. What you will take under the operation of division, here you will write if A and B are whole numbers, then A divided by B is, after that you will decide yourself, you will take some example and then you will decide whether the whole numbers follows, or we can say whole numbers are closed under the operation of division or not. Understood? So similarly you will do yourself. Getting or not? Okay, so today I am taking only one property with 4 operations, that is closure property, and let me tell you that it follows under the operation of addition, it does not follow under the operation of subtraction, it follows under the operation of multiplication, but it does not follow under the operation of division. Okay, but you will write yourself the next remaining 2 operations, you will do yourself in your notebook, and then you will send me that what you have written in your notebook. Understood? Okay, so that's all for today. Tomorrow we will continue with new property that will be known as associativity or commutativity. Okay, we will discuss with commutativity later on. After that we will take associativity. Understood? Okay, goodbye, have a nice day. Till then, Jai Hind.